Sholay, the most iconic film with larger than life characters, outstanding dialogues, is still relevant after 46 years. In this video, I'll tell you 5 reasons why Sholay is still one of the greatest Indian film ever made, plus some facts about the movie I bet you didn't know. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we're talking about Sholay, directed by Ramesh Sippy, written by Salim Javed, music by R.D. Burman, starring Dharmendra, Hema Malini, Amitabh Bachchan, Jaya, Bhaduri, Sanjeev Kumar, Amjad Khan and many more. So Sholay is an action-adventure western film and the film is inspired by a lot of foreign films as well as Indian films. Notably, the plot of the film is loosely inspired from Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurais. Also Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns like Once Upon a Time in the West. It also had elements from Hindi films like Mera Gaon Mera Desh, and there are a lot of small references to various films. Now before making this video, I watched a 3D restored version on Amazon Prime with my family, and honestly I have to tell you, I had the same feeling as I was watching Avengers Endgame in the theaters. Only if I could watch this film in theaters, it would have been epic. So the first point why it's the greatest film is the screenplay of the film. It is so brilliantly structured. Throughout the running time, there's no point where the pacing feels off or the film starts to drag. The film keeps on building scene after scene after scene. There's literally no dull moment, even when you're watching it in 2021. It's easily one of the best commercial masala film. It has everything from dance, songs, comedy, action. It packs everything brilliantly. The songs so organically fit the narrative. Ye Dosti used to build up the relationship between Jaya and Veeru. The Holy song, building up to the epic showdown which will follow it. Basanti dancing on Ha Jab Tak Hai Jaan, building up the tension what will happen now. The writing is just flawless. And you know, I've seen the movie a lot of times in the past, but this is the first time I realized that the film is a non-linear narrative. We first start with Thakur trying to find Jai and Veeru. Then we go into a flashback, getting introduced to those characters. Then we spend time with them. Then they come to Ramgarh. There they learn about the mission. And then almost halfway into the movie, we get that big flashback of Thakur, what happened with him and his family. And all of this flows so naturally. I cannot think of a movie in recent times which was so flawless in screenplay. The flipping of coin plays a big role in the narrative, and they establish it and do it multiple times throughout the movie. So at the end, when it happens, it makes sense. We understand the concept of it. We spend enough time in the village and other characters that we feel for them. We are emotional for them. The world building is done so well. We feel like we know Ramgarh. We know these people. We are emotionally invested with them and we care about them. We want them to fight the injustice of Gabbar. We want them to win. Nothing feels cheap, redundant or nonsensical. There's so much attention to detail. The progression of the story, the action beats divided throughout the narrative, all of it is so well stitched that 3 hours go just like this. And it's really hard to find this in today's time. The second point is the technical brilliance. For its time and even for today, the film is technically brilliant. They spent a lot of money, they put a lot of care to make each and every frame epic, and they delivered on it. There's only one word: epic. Epic, that's it. You know, from the establishing shots of every place we visit to each of the action scenes, nothing feels rushed. Everything is done to perfection. In the beginning of the film, the whole train chase sequence is 10 minutes long and it took them 7 weeks to complete it. There's no green screen, VFX, CGI, nothing of that. Nowadays, no one will shoot a scene for 7 weeks. No one will put that much effort to get everything right. And that's what makes this film stand apart, even after so many years. The camera captures the world so beautifully. We see Ramgarh through so many angles. We feel like we know this place now. We see what's the daily life. The editing is so brilliant. In all the action sequences, it is so well choreographed, so well shot, so well edited. Because if it's not edited well, it just breaks the rhythm. But that's not the case here. And also the silent moments. There are a lot of places in the film where there's just pin drop silence because a big reveal has happened. And the camera stays there. There's no cut. Everything is quiet. You know, building the tension. It's all the magic of the editing. All of this was a craftsmanship we witnessed in the film. Before going forward, if you're finding value in this video, do consider hitting the like button so the video reaches to more people. Also consider subscribing and hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. The third point is the characters and the cast. You know, the Sholay poster said, the greatest star cast ever assembled. And that's actually true. These were some of the biggest names of the industry. And there were a lot of other actors who could have been part of this film. But it was the destiny of these actors who are part of the greatest film. First of all, the film doesn't belong to any actor. It's an ensemble cast. Every cast member did justice to their character, doesn't matter how long their role was. Each character was so well defined. There are so many character scenes to establish what the character is about. Consider the duo Jaya and Veeru. By the end of the film, we know who these two people are. And there's no straight up dialogue, telling us what this character is. There's no narration going on. No. We understand these characters through the actions they commit throughout the film. Veeru is the goofy, talkative, the brave muscle guy, very, very impulsive. And Jai is totally opposite. He's serious. He uses his mind over muscle. He reads the situation he is in and acts according to it. And we see the camaraderie and friendship between them, They are totally polar opposite, but they work together very well. And we feeling so bad by the end of the film. That's the proof of the bonding between those two characters. Then we have Gabbar Singh, pure evil, a sadist. And Amjad Khan nailed that character. Easily one of the greatest villain in the world of cinema. Basanti, that chulbuli independent woman with her horse Dhanno. How can we forget? Thakur, the self-righteous man who lost everything and is on the path of vengeance. The widowed Radha, so quiet and calm, doesn't say a word most of the film. And then we see her in the flashback where she's so energetic, so much like Basanti, and we see the difference between those two characters as time has passed and things have happened in her life. And the list doesn't end. Number 4, dialogues. The iconic dialogues. Everyone have heard them. Every generation knows them. They are part of the memes. And every 5 minutes in the film there is an iconic dialogue. कितने आदमी थे? वो 2 और तुम 3. कितनी नाइंसाफी है. बसंती, तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? भाग दन्नो भाग. हम अंग्रेजों को जमाने के चला रहे हैं. हा हा. गब्बर, मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा. ये हाथ मुझे दे दे ठाकुर. सुसाइड 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 गांव वालों. होली कब है होली? They are just endless. Let me know your favorite in the comments below. Number 5 is breaking the stereotypes, which is for me the biggest thing about this film. The film had so many bold choices for its time. Basanti was such a progressive character, independent, doing her own work. Basanti is not a damsel in distress. She fights back. And not just that, because of her, Veeru is alive. So that means she is saving Veeru. The film talks about widow remarriage. They don't kill Gabbar, which is a really, really big message from the film. And the biggest one, our main hero dies. Jay's death. It's one of the best cinematic deaths in the history of cinema. Veeru wanted revenge, but he doesn't get it at the end. He doesn't get the last blow. And why his death works? Because the character felt so real. If you look back throughout the film, every time they toss the coin, they get heads always. And at the end, we learn that the coin on both sides was head. That means every time the coin was flipped, they already knew what they would be doing because Jay decided that. Whatever he wanted to do, he chose heads will be that, and of course we got heads every time. And Veeru never questioned it because he always believed in Jay, and Jay was a tactical thinker. He was always right. And as the poster says, the greatest story ever told. So guys, those are my 5 reasons why this film is still one of the greatest film ever made. Now some did you know facts. Let's see how many you knew and how many you didn't. So the first one is the director wanted to make Thakur an ex-army officer and not an ex-policeman. But later we realized if they make him army man, there are a lot of things they will not be able to show on screen. And we know why is that in today's time. Second point is the language of the film is actually Hindustani, which is a fusion of Hindi and Urdu. And the script written by Salim Javed was written in Urdu from right to left. So they had an assistant who converted the script to Devanagari for all the actors. Third is Gabbar Singh was actually modeled on a real life dacoit in 1950s Gwalior. And if you read about him, he was menacing. Number 5 is all the main cast were romantically involved throughout the making of the film. The film took almost 2.5 years to get completed, and over that time Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya got married and had 2 kids by the time the film released. Big B had no chilla, and 6 years later the release of the film, Hema, Malini and Dharmendra got married. Dharmendra actually wanted to do the role of Thakur, but when he realized that Basanti will be replaced by Hema Malini and that Sanjeev Kumar is also interested in her, he chose to do the role of Veeru. He actually used to tip spot boys to elongate the scenes with him and Hema Malini so that he could spend time with her. I don't know how this film got made. Number 6 is there was a spin-off movie from Sholay called Surma Bhopali, which was a character in the film. The character was so popular after the film, and even there was a case registered by someone called Surma Bhopali that the film has defamed him and now everyone calls him a woodcutter. and they made a spin-off just about that character with the same cast, and the film also had a cameo from Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan as Jaya and Veeru. Now I don't know where is this movie, but I would definitely like to watch this one. And the last one is that the film had an alternate ending. Yes, you heard it right. Even I was surprised knowing this, but you will not be surprised by the reason. So the original ending was already shot and showed to the censor board, in which Thakur kills Gabbar violently. But the censor board, as always, thought that was too much. They need to cut down the violence, and not just in that scene, throughout the film. And they dictated how the ending should be. That Thakur does not kill Gabbar and the police arrives and takes away Gabbar, which was later shot and added to the film. Now the alternate version was released in 2000s, but I have no clue where it is and where we can find it. It's time to start the hashtag Sholay the director's cut. So guys, that was the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, check out the videos. If you like them too, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Stay home, stay safe.